Hola, ¿qué tal, gente? Estamos otra vez aquí con otra reacción brava. Hello, everybody. We are back with our boy of Santos Bravos with the highly anticipated, unexpected, at least to me. I'm not gonna make any assumptions going on or make any guesses because I always end up wrong. But as we all know, we got an EP for Santos Bravos. I know that in the last video, somebody had commented that it would make sense considering they're going to be performing at a bunch of festivals. So having more than 2 songs made sense if they're going to have like at least a set of like 30 minutes minimum, let's say. So much to everybody's delight and joy, they announced literally a week ago that they were dropping an EP called Dual, which is going to show both sides, su lado santo y su lado bravo. Obviously, we already saw a little bit of it with 0% and Kawasaki. We saw like a little bit of both sides, but this is going to be a 6-track EP, which is why Alejandra was saying Marzo, el número 6, porque eran 6 canciones. So the mini album, the EP, just dropped today, so we're going to go ahead and take a listen to it. I'm going to be watching the visualizer on YouTube. I'm just going to listen to the other 4 songs that we haven't heard, which are Velocidade, which I think is like Portuguese, Wow, and Fe. If you guys watched the Instagram live that they did where they talked a little bit about the EP, they supposedly Kawa dropped a clue, but he said like AAA, like the battery. So I don't know what AAA means because there's nothing here AAA. The Wow song title had already been guessed by some fans that are sleuths, fans from other fandoms that are also part of the Santos Bravos fandom, which we still don't have a name, you guys. What is going on with that? Hopefully they give it to us before they decide to go on their little festival tour. But anyways, at the end of that Instagram live, they did drop a little video where they showed lyrics of some of the songs, and I know some of the lyrics were in Portuguese, obviously some were in English and Spanish, so it could be that there's another Portuguese track. It could be that, as usual, it's like most of their tracks that have like 3 languages, which I love about this group, that they're like a little bit of a trilingual group because they have Spanish, English, and the Portuguese now with Kawe. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna take a listen to, and it's a super tiny EP. It's like 15 minutes with all 6 tracks, so super short. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a listen to the first track, which is called Velocidade, Velocity. Oh.
Quando ela treme, terremoto, bolo loiro igual uma moto, todo mundo.
Kawe! Oh my god, Kawe. Way to kick it off.
Dá beijo na boca com gosto de coca, sou louca, só falo carioca. Quando o bumbum bate, rebola, sacode a pipoca, não gosto de minhoca. Baby, não paro.
Is that Ale?
Que hoje tá caro. Ai, se quero é fácil. Doce da bira, é claro que pago. Joga o bumbum, minha amiga.
You could tell Kenneth's voice.
Velocidade, com minha gente, tô na minha cidade. Sai da frente, velocidade, com minha gente, tô na minha cidade. Sai da frente, velocidade.
I think that's Drew. Their pronunciation is so good. Kenneth. Oh my god. I love the beat. Gabi! Ale.
Adrenalina que hoje tá caro. Ai, se eu quero é fácil. Doce da vida, é claro que eu pago. Joga o bumbum, minha amiga.
The harmonies.
Sai da frente, velocidade. Com minha gente, tô na minha cidade. Sai da frente, velocidade. Com minha gente, tô na minha cidade. Sai da frente, velocidade.
I love Drew and Kawet's vocals.
Sai da frente, velocidade. Com minha gente, tô na minha cidade.
I have goosebumps, you guys. The beat is so good. Kawe, he had no business to start it off like that in like that deep baritone. Obviously, I'm not a native Portuguese speaker, so those of you Portuguese fans, those of you in Brazil, please let me know if their pronunciations were spot on, because I feel like obviously Kawe would make sure to work with them to make sure that they're getting the pronunciations correct. To me, it sounded correct. Like, they all sounded so good. The fact that they each got a little section to shine, and their vocals are very distinct. I still think sometimes I would still have like a little bit of a trouble figuring out Drew, but I feel like now I can hear his voice more compared to the other members. Like, the timbre of his voice is very distinct. Obviously Kenneth, Gavi, our boy Ale, but like Kawe, you had no right to start it like this. I didn't even check if there was like lyric translations on the video, so I'll probably have to check that later. I know that Spotify doesn't have them right away. Well, Spotify has the lyrics, the actual lyrics, but they don't post them right away, so I'm gonna have to check if there's actual lyric translations. But the beat was so good. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. It's like they start off the EP. I don't know if this is the order that it's on like Spotify and Apple Music. This is the order that they have it on YouTube. But if it's just the first track, or maybe it's like after 0%. I don't know. But anyways, like, this beat is insane. I'm obsessed. This is gonna hit so hard. It's gonna go, it's perfect for like the festival vibe. Everybody's gonna be like dancing, like standing and just vibing to it and dancing. I love it. I'm obsessed. But anyways, whew. So that was Velocitate. Hold on. Not ready. Hold your horses. Yeah, so that was Velocitate, which I guessed right. Obviously by the title it was Portuguese. So there's a whole Portuguese song, which I love. They did a whole Portuguese song. Obviously we had heard the Portuguese version of 0%, but like this having its own, being its own standalone, obsessed. But anyways, moving on to the next track titled which is like it's more santo. See, because it's like the blue. Ah! Dale! Yes! Vocals. Stories. I love the chorus in the background. Oh! Gabi? Oh no, Drew! Oh, it sounded so good! And Kawi's vocals. And the layers. Stories, pendiente a tus stories. loved a little bit of like a Korean flavor. I loved Kawa's like vocals in the chorus, like the but also like the others doing like the layering vocals matching his vocal but like at a higher pitch, so it's kind of a layer harmony. And the chorus, literally like chorus of voices when it's doing like the second part of the chorus, like almost like a shout out, like there's like a crowd of people singing along. But these are the lyrics that they had literally just posted about in a video earlier today when they were supposed to like passing the mic along and they're reading off of a paper like if they're reading poetry. It was these lyrics because I remember she says like tú a mí no me puedes mentir. But oh my god, and I love the in that little vocal fry type of thing. I feel like it's a perfect segue from Velocidade. It still keeps you like the little vibe to keep dancing and grooving, but it's like very sweet. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. Oh my god, and starting off with Alice's vocals, I melted. But anyways, I feel like this one was giving me a little bit more like Caribbean vibes, you know, like very like bouncy. Oh my god, they're doing so good. Like coming off of Kawasaki, like these, oh, so good, you guys. I don't even know what else to say. I love it. But anyways, moving out to Wow. Oh. Kenneth. Like the callbacks. The callbacks. Pero por ti espero. No sabes cuántas veces te soñé. Que me vuelves loco, se me ve. Drew! Baby, llámalo destino. And Gaby. Me da igual, de aquí para allá, voy a donde sea, pero contigo. No sé si eres real, pero juntos nos vemos brutal. Pero juntos nos vemos brutal. Ya lo sé, pero baby, aquí estamos. The layers. Kenneth and Ale. Like, I love the layering with Kenneth and Ale. The synthesizer. No me imagino con nadie más. ¿Pa qué? Dices que estoy loco y eso ya lo sé. Te juro que yo con bebé, pero por ti espero. Imagina la playa, solo el mar, tú y yo. Pide lo que quiera, voy a dártelo. Un besito tuyo me para. Reloj. No sabes cuántas veces te soñé. Oh my god. Que me vuelves loco, se me ve. Baby, llámalo destino. A mí me da igual, de aquí para allá, voy a donde sea, pero contigo. No sé si eres real, pero juntos nos vemos brutal. It's crazy, eso ya lo sé, pero baby, aquí estamos. The layers. No, a mí me da igual, pero juntos nos vemos brutal. Pero juntos no se brutal. Oh my god. I can't stop smiling, you guys. I'm so happy. I'm gonna cry. Whew. I am such a crybaby, you guys. I'm so happy with this album. I'm not gonna cry. 3 for 3, 3 for 3. I love this song. It's like so, it gives you like a very fresh, youthful vibe. It carries on with the previous track, that the whole callback when it's like you hear the crowd of people. The way like both Kenneth started the song, which gave it a very youthful, fresh vibe, and also in the second verse it was Kawe, so you could tell like Kawe's vocals were so smooth, like so velvety, but Kenneth's were like very fresh and youthful, so they gave it like similar vibes. But the way that it was like the callback, da 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 da, like I love that callback. It's obviously with their own vocals, but then also like the layering of the vocals in the choruses, like you could hear the other members layering, doing the same lines, but like in different vocal pitches, so you can hear it. But oh my gosh, and I love the pero juntos nos vemos brutal, pero juntos nos vemos brutal. That's another thing that I like about them, that because of they incorporate the way that Gavi talks, you know, like his Puerto Rican style of speaking, where he kind of like eats some of the vocals, some of the vowels, like verdad, brutal. But it's like it works for the songs, because most of the time you basically would say like pero juntos nos vemos brutal, but that's like a mouthful. But the way that they just like truncate the words is like pero juntos nos vemos brutal, pero juntos nos vemos brutal. So it's like it flows better. But it's such a happy, vibey song. But it's like you and I look good together. You and I look amazing. Like I don't know how it would translate brutal. Like we look brutal together, but in a good way. We look amazing together. You and I, you know, we're a thing. We're meant to be. I love that all of these songs are basically kind of like declarations of love. Like, hey babe, you and me, we should be together. We belong together, like Mariah Carey would say. But in their own style, very still youthful and fresh, not like too serious, just kind of like, hey girl, you know, give me a shot. You and I look amazing together. We should do this. And like another one where he's talking about he's talking about like he stalks her Instagram stories. So I love both tracks. I love that they each have their own specific distinct tempo and rhythm and vibe, but they all flow together within the album. So those were the three, and then we're gonna take a listen to the very last new track, which is Fe. And I love that this one, if you guys noticed, the little background was because it went from red, which was velocitate was red, because that's where their little Bravo side, and then it went to for the little Santos side. And this one is like silver, because it's like a little bit of mix of both. And now we're gonna go back to their Santos side, because it's gonna be blue, and it's Fe. I feel it's gonna be a ballad. That's the lyric we saw in the video.
Siempre me pasa y no aprendo, por más que me ayuden. Todo lo que
just with the piano.
Tiene que bajar.
I love the
pero no aguanté y te amé, y aunque no volveré a ser, sé que me equivoqué el día que te besé, porque nunca debí quedarme, pero igual me quedé, sabiendo que me iba a doler. Yo quiero crecer.
oh, Ari. Drew. He's so sweet. love Drew's voice.
A mí me avisaron y no me sirvió.
I love the key changes.
Sé que es mejor
Harmonies.
haber fallado que nunca haber amado. A mí me pasó. Debí bloquearte, pero no
I love how it slowly builds.
y aunque lo volveré a hacer,
And then,
sé que me equivoqué.
ah!
El día que te besé,
I love how they bring Ale into like the,
pero igual me quedé sabiendo que me iba a doler. Yo que nunca
Koe with the falsettos.
¿cómo culparte a ti si yo sé que es mi culpa también? Porque de ti me enamoré.
I love that they bring in. Ugh. Ten out of 10. 10 out of 10. The album, the mini EP, they knocked out of the park. Like every song is so distinctive and has its own little like style signature, but I love that they ended it with a ballad with literally just the piano and like a little bit of like instrumentals, but like they let their voices shine. Even though like in the other tracks we could hear their vocals, but in these they shone. And I love how they started, like how they organized the members' vocals, starting with like Kenneth, and then it went on to Gabi, like a little bit deeper baritone, and then it went into like Gawa's more like honey velvety voice, and then when it gets right to the like, and like I said, it was building from when Kenneth started, and then to Gavi it started building a little bit, but then by the time it got to the chorus, it was Alejandro's part, and you know that boy, he's been who heard him? The boy knows how to like wreck your soul, how to rip your heart out. He's like, he knows how to emote that feeling, like that gut-wrenching feeling. And that's like perfect for the chorus, because he's like, that's where like the build just explodes, and then he's like giving you those raw vocals. But then bringing it back to the second verse with Drew's sweet, sweet, sweet honey vocals. I love the sound, like his vocal color. Drew is so sweet, but also like I love how it blends right into Kawa's also, like his style of vocals, but then Kawa doing the falsettos in the second part of the song, like the second verse, and doing like the ad-libs in the background when they're doing the chorus, obviously Alejandro again like breaking our hearts, like gut-wrenching. And you could hear that is like the perfect use of Kawa's falsetto. Like you don't have to be belting all the time and doing a ton of crazy runs to show that you have the vocal skills. This is the perfect way of utilizing them, because they don't use them all the time, so it gets repetitive and like annoying, you know? They save them for like key moments, and that second part of the chorus, like so that second chorus, second verse, having Gawe doing the background ad-libs and doing those falsettos, it just added more to the song, like to the feeling of the song, and I added more to that angst of it. And it was like, it was perfect, because even though he wasn't belting and he wasn't overpowering the people that were doing the main vocals, you could still hear it in the background. The other thing I love how it was like the slow, even while it was slowly, like the song itself was like slowly building to the chorus explosion. Within the little verses, it was like da 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 da. It would like build and fall, but still within that, it was like building until the chorus. So I love, and also this was that was one of the other lyrics that I caught when there was that video that they dropped at the end of the Instagram live. That lyric, there was like, ¿Cómo es posible de que alguien como tú ¿Cómo es que alguien como tú cayó del cielo or something like that? I'm gonna have to go back and like re-listen to it, all the lyrics really. But you guys, like I'm not lying. Like this, I love this album. I know that some people are saying it felt rushed, like why didn't they have it more time? And honestly, I wish they would have given it a little bit more time to build up to the promo, because I feel like it was kind of quick after Kawasaki. Kawasaki I think got like 2 weeks of promo, and then it was like, so we're gonna get a mini EP, but it makes sense because they needed more music for the festivals. I am glad at least that it's gonna get, speaking personally, my rotation of like artists that I listen to, it's gonna get a good solid week of playtime for me, because as you guys know, next week I'm gonna be like booked and busy. But I love that it's getting a whole dedicated week of promo just for the Santos Bravos drop, because no other Hive artists are doing any drops until next week is the big one, and then everybody else is doing drops at the end of March, beginning of April. So I do like that they dropped this now. It's like short and sweet, but I feel like it packs a punch. So please, you guys, stream it, but do it right. I know there are a lot of people from other fandoms here that might already know how to do this, but of those of you who are kind of new to the game, two things. I think, is it available on like streaming platforms? If you're in the States and it's available in like Apple Music, buy the songs separately, individually, so they count individually. But then also, if you're streaming the song, don't loop the album. Don't just be like back to back to back. If you have favorite tracks, don't repeat them just on loop, because those streams don't count. What I suggest you do is create playlists. So you could do literally plop this album to start, and then plop into other songs, like maybe the 0% Portuguese version and Kawasaki Japanese remix, and then the album again, and then 2 other songs, and then the album again. So there's like so the algorithm sees that it's like a little bit of like, okay, you're not just repeating the album, but you have a couple of filter songs in between. The same thing if you're doing it on YouTube. Play the visualizer, but then add a couple of other videos within that playlist. Maybe throw in some of your favorite challenges from the show, just so that it doesn't see you as a bot that's just repeating the album. So those are my suggestions. The other thing I wanted to mention, it's kind of not related to Santos Bravos, but related to it a little bit, especially because our fandom is still fairly new. We're still growing. Obviously, we're already pretty big, I feel like, considering the group is about to be like 5 months old. But I know a lot of us came from other fandoms. So one thing that I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed, there's like a lot of noise going on social media right now. We're all aware of the Enhypen group because they covered Bad Desire, so that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. Obviously, a lot of you love that performance that they did of Bad Desire, because a lot of us feel like that's when they really shown and showcased their skills. But obviously, you know, that fandom is going through something right now. Unfortunately, they're not handling in the best way by bringing it into other groups' platforms and invading other group spaces and fandoms. So I'm sure you guys have seen the Santos Bravos social media pages getting flooded with comments about this topic. So I have also seen some of the fan bases from Santos Bravos from other countries very, very politely and very, very eloquently asking that fandom to respect our space. Because obviously that doesn't mean we're not empathetic, but at the same time, that's not the way to go about it, by invading other fandom spaces and just like flooding those comments. If you really want to make a change, focus on your fan base and your artists' pages and do the comments there. There's no need to flood other fandom spaces, because then you just end up making your fandom look bad and end up making your artists look bad. So the reason I'm mentioning this is because a lot of, probably, we are gonna want, especially now that this dropped, we want to give it momentum. We don't want it to get overshadowed by other drama that has nothing to do with our group. Literally, this is a group from Latin America that has nothing to do with Korea. So the best thing you can do is just don't engage. If you have like platforms like you run fan bases, I really appreciate the fact that you guys are putting out those communications showing like, hey, we understand what you're going through, but please be respectful of our fandom and respect our spaces. Like I said, don't engage, don't get into fights with them verbally or anything, because that just escalates them, because right now they're very upset and they don't see reason. The things I do suggest that you can do is if you see comments or posts in the Santos Bravos pages, whether it's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, on Weavers, report a spam, because Santos Bravos fans are not going to be bringing down Santos Bravos to bring up another artist's issues. So if you see spam from other artists in the Santos Bravos pages, just report them as spam, and just try to clean up the pages like that. And then also just post positive comments for the boys. Like, don't spam just random stuff, just post positive comments about like about the music, about the songs, looking forward to the festivals, the albums. Also, I almost forgot, we're getting another docu-series, like what is it, behind Detrás de Dual, which is basically like a little docu-series on partnering with Spotify. So we're gonna get a 5-part docu-series, one for each member, so each member is gonna get like a little bit of time to shine. I don't know how long they're gonna be, but the first one, we already got the preview. The first member is Kawe, and then every week consecutively is going to be a new member. If I remember correctly, they drop on Fridays on Spotify, because you know you can see podcasts on Spotify and like videos on Spotify now. But then on Saturdays, I believe, it's going to be loaded to YouTube. So that's another thing to look forward to. I believe they dropped the schedule on Weavers. If not, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll post it at the end of this video so you guys can have like a bit of a screenshot of when like the episodes are dropping. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing like the creative process of everything, how hopefully like how everything went from their debut to the filming of this amazing EP Dual. I love. We get to see their perspective and kind of like their journey as they're going through this whole new like space and this whole new chapter in their lives, because they went from, obviously, a lot of them working since they were kids, even though Kenneth is still a kid, but like working since they were younger to this goal to finally like achieve their goal of becoming a part of like a legit group and getting all this promotion and this backing and this support, where it's like they're not still struggling. They're like already so widely known outside of Latin America and outside of like North America, also getting known like in parts of Asia, and obviously Latin America, like I said. But I can't wait to see it. So let me know if you guys want me to do any commentary on those, because I know I used to do commentary on the Survival show, but that was because I was talking about the performances. But just let me know and I'll put something together if you want me to. But anyways, Bravos y Bravas, what did you guys think of the EP? Was it everything you expected? Was it more than you expected? What were your favorite songs? What were your favorite lyrics? What were your, like, were there songs that are more your vibe, your genre, or are you in love with all of them like I am? Which ones are gonna go on your like rotation on your playlists? What were your favorite parts of each track? I really want to know. And again, as always, thank you so much for being so respectful to each other in the comments section and always just like giving feedback between each other. Let's try to, we're still new fandom, so let's try to just remain positive and focused on our artists and show them the support and just like tune out the noise. But anyways, can't wait to see the little mini documentary and whatever else comes in store for us, and I'll see you next time.